Proverbs chapter 4, the Bible instructs us to guard our hearts. I'm Lance Ivy, and I'm going to share with you guarding your heart. Why should we do this? That's the question that I would ask when I read that. Well, it's because out of your heart flow the issues of life. The boundaries of our lives are determined by what we allow to come into our hearts and then what we allow to come out of our hearts. This determines how we see, how we perceive, how we act, our conduct and behavior. In fact, it goes on to say it this way, that all of the issues of our lives, all of the decisions that we make are set on an autopilot of what we have fed into our hearts. Now, when we talk about the heart, we're not talking about the physical heart pump. We're talking about the center and the core of our being. And see, what we are under pressure reveals the current condition of our hearts. Ezekiel 16, we find this statement, "How weak is your heart?" God was speaking to the nation of Israel. He said, "In that you do all of these things, the works of an imperious or a whorish woman." We're not trying to be crude, but what we're trying to say is that there are things in the heart that will cause an individual to either elevate themselves or to be defeated. When we feed and strengthen our hearts, we have the capacity to overcome every test and temptation. Proverbs 18:14 says this, "The spirit of a man will sustain him through infirmity and will cause him to bear up under any infirmity or weakness or pain." And what we want to do is feed our spirits on the Word of God. We want to exercise our wills in the small and the big things. And what we'll be able to do is overcome all the tests and temptations and trials we'll face. I want to encourage you, guard your heart.